In this video, I'm going to be going over the top 5 best budget cards at each position in NBA 2K23 My Team. So who I think are the top 5 best budget point guards, top 5 best budget shooting guards, small forwards, power forwards, and centers as well. And you guys can let me know in the comment section down below what you guys would change about my rankings, and let me know your guys' favorite budget cards currently in the game. But first off here, talking about the top 5 best budget point guards, at the number 1 spot, I think you gotta give it to the Galiciopol, the Hero Turkoglu. He's 6'10" at the point guard spot, does have a 6'11" wingspan, which is crazy for a point guard that's under 15k. He's also got a great jump shot with the John Stockton base, the Trae Young upper, on very quick timing, is still one of the better point guard jump shots in the game. And then he's also got the Kyle Lowry size up, he's got the Curry escape, so he has some pretty good dribble sigs, also has the Trae behind the back and the front clutches. So Hero Turkoglu can play defense, shoot the lights out, super tall at point guard, and I do think right now is the best budget point guard currently in my team. At the number 2 spot, I actually have a new dark matter, and that's going to be the dark matter Draymond Green from the Rush set. I think this card is actually very underrated at point guard for about 25 to 30k, maybe a little bit lower nowadays. He's 6'7" at point guard and 7'1" wingspan, but the really nice thing about Dre is his defense: 95 block, 98 steal, 97 perimeter, 97 lateral quickness, 97 interior defense. And if you surround him around the right players on your squad, like you have a really good offensive 2 guard, maybe even a really good offensive scoring small forward, Draymond can be that defensive beast and kind of be your anchor on the perimeter. So I do think Draymond going to be the second best budget point guard. At the number 3 spot is a card that I am super high on as well, and that is the dark matter Lance Stevenson. I think he's another super underrated point guard in the game. I think he's just Draymond Green with a better jump shot, but then a little bit shorter. He's 6'5" at point guard, 6'10" wingspan. I think he's going to give you that same level of defense that Draymond does, except he's 2 inches shorter, but he's also got a way better jump shot than Draymond, because that is easily Draymond's biggest flaw, is the fact that his jump shot really isn't the best. But the nice thing about Lance is he does have a super quick release and very easy to time with, and then he's also got the D-Mitch size up and the Trae escape. So once again, another elite budget card in the game for under 10k, and I think right now is the 3rd best budget point guard. At the number 4 spot, I still think you got to give it to Jalen Rose, just because, not Derrick Rose, the pink diamond, but Jalen Rose, the Galiciopol from the Titans set, just because he's 6'8" at the point guard position. He's got a 7-foot wingspan, a great player model in game. He still gives you elite level defense with the 82 block, 91 steal, 92 perimeter, 90 interior defense. He's got a 92 on-ball steal, 95 pass interception, 88 contest shot, 88 block shot, and the card just plays really good defense in game and has some of the best, if not the best, dribble sigs with the Steve Francis size up, the Trae escape, Zach LaVine behind the back. He's got the quick drops off 1, he's got front clutches, and it really just comes down to if you like his jump shot or not. For me personally, I really do like his release, so I like Jalen Rose a lot more than a lot of other people. But yeah, Jalen Rose I do think is easily going to be in the top 5 budget point guard range. And then for the number 5 spot, I was really considering a card like Gary Payton. I think he's super elite and very underrated at the point guard position. He might be a little bit undersized, but he makes up for it with his defense. But I think you probably got to go Manu Ginobili, and I don't know if you can go his hero version. I think his hero is like 35-40k, so I do think you have to go for his heroic version. But I do think Manu Ginobili has to be here over Gary Payton, just because he's a little bit taller, and I do think he has a way better jump shot with the Karis LeVert base and the Rudy Gay upper on very quick timing. He's also got some of the best dribble sigs with the Steve Francis size up, the Trae escape. He's got quick drops off 1, he's got front clutches, some of the best animations in the game for a point guard, and then also is a great defender for his height. So I do think Manu Ginobili is going to round out the top 5 best budget point guards. Now to go on to the top 5 best budget shooting guards, I actually have DeMar DeRozan at number 1. I think DeMar is another elite shooting guard that's super underrated. Like, I think a lot of these budget cards, are very underrated. I think DeMar is also an underrated shooting guard. 6'7" at the 2, is 6'9" wingspan, and I can't really think of a flaw when it does come to DeMar. I can't think of a flaw when it comes to DeMar DeRozan. He could drive to the basket, he could finish at the rim, he can defend super well, he's got a good jump shot, he's athletic, he's got good dribble sigs, he's got a good release, amazing dunk packages, he's got the Devin Booker leaner. Besides his defensive tendencies being maybe a little bit low, I can't really think of a flaw with DeMar, so I do think he's going to be the best budget shooting guard. At the number 2 spot, I think it is close between Ricky Davis and DeMar. I just think because of DeMar's rim running ability, I think it's a little bit better than Ricky Davis's. I think his defense is also slightly better, but very similar shooting guards. I think they pretty much do the exact same thing, and I also like DeMar's sigs and dribble sigs a lot better. I do think DeMar moves a little bit better in game, but Ricky Davis and DeMar DeRozan very similar at that shooting guard position. I got DeMar at 1 and Ricky Davis at 2. For number 3, I do have the Dark Matter Glenn Robinson, another rush card, not as Galaxy Opal, but another rush card that I think is actually severely underrated. Glenn Robinson, super well-rounded card. I think he's a very similar card to DeMar. He's another 6'7" shooting guard, 6'10" wingspan, the exact same as DeMar and Ricky Davis, right? Because DeMar, I think he's also 6'7" with a he has a 6'9" wingspan, so they're very similar when it does come to the height and the wingspan. And yeah, Glenn Robinson, just another really solid budget card in the game, has a good jump shot with the PJ Tucker base, the Vince Carter upper on very quick timing, and then also some solid dribble sigs. I think he's just another really good budget shooting guard, going to be the 3rd best in the game. For number 4, we got a really good offensive 2 guard, and that's going to be Dark Matter Ray Allen, a really, I would say really good offensive shooting guard. Like, he's 6'5" with the 2, 6'8" wingspan. He's got such a good release on very quick timing. He's got some of the best dribble sigs with his Steve Francis size up, the Curry escape, Dame behind the back. He's got quick drops off 1. He's got front clutches. So I do think Ray Allen provides a lot of offense for under 25k. That's what I do consider a budget card. And then to round out my top 5 best budget shooting guards, I do have a card that I think is another underrated rush card, man. I think a lot of those rush cards from week number 3, like Bernard King, DeMar, right? You got Draymond, Gary Payton. Like, I think a lot of these guys are super underrated. If you look at Bernard King, he's not that much worse than a DeMar DeRozan, than a Glenn Robinson. He's another 6'7" shooting guard, 7-foot wingspan, amazing all-around stats and badges. I do think he's got a great jump shot, solid dribble sigs, great dunk packages. His tendencies are not bad. Like, I think Bernard King is another really solid budget shooting guard and going to be the 5th best in the game. But now to go on to the top 5 budget small forwards. At number 1, I think it's got to be Brian Scalabrine. Not really too much of a debate for me. I think he's just such a well-rounded card, pretty much a perfect small forward. He does everything at a super high level. Great jump shot, great dribble sigs, great dunk packages, maxed out defensive tendencies. I mean, it's Brian Scalabrine. You guys most likely know why he's so good at small forward. For number 2, though, I got the Dark Matter Shawn Kemp, a really good offensive 3 guard, a really good offensive small forward. He's really good at getting to the basket. He can finish at the rim at a super high level, having a 99 driving dunk, 99 standing dunk, and he's also 6'10" at small forward, 7'1" wingspan, and has a very new good jump shot. Like, he used to have a pretty okay release on his Galaxy Opal and his Diamond version, but now it's like Cole Anthony base and the Seti Osman upper on very quick timing, and I do think it's a new and improved jump shot. For number 3, though, I know a lot of people do disagree with this on me. Like this is the one thing that I know a lot of people on Twitter definitely disagree with me. I think Jermaine O'Neal is really good. I love Jermaine O'Neal. I think he's so good at small forward. I can understand why people do hate him. I think it really just comes down to preference and play style. I just like this card because when I play offense sometimes, I don't need Jermaine O'Neal to score. This card shoots maybe 1 3 a game, 2 3s a game at most, and if you leave him wide open, I can still hit consistently, but he's got such good dribble sigs. He impacts the game so much on the defensive end. He grabs rebounds. He's pretty much impossible to score on because he's so big at small forward. I really like Jermaine O'Neal for a budget price. Is he a top 10, top 15, top 20 small forward? Maybe not, but I do think Jermaine O'Neal is got to be considered a top 5 budget small forward. For me personally, I do have him at number 3. Number 4, though, is going to be Galaxy Opal AK. You guys probably know about AK by now. He's just a really good two-way small forward, has a good jump shot, elite on-ball defender. He's just very solid. And then Kyle Kuzma, going to be a really good offensive small forward to round out the top 5 budget small forwards. You got Kuzma with such a good jump shot on very quick timing. And then he's also got the Trey escape. He's got the Kyle Lowry side steps, who's got good movement, and he can play very solid defense. But now to go on to the top 5 best budget power forwards. Number 1, gotta be Marc Gasol. I mean, he just does everything at a super high level for only about 20k. You get such good value with Marc Gasol. Like, he really does everything on the court that you would need from a power forward. 7'1", 7'4" wingspan. So he's got that height and size to play the power forward position. He's got a 92 block, 80 steal, 92 perimeter, 98 interior defense. He's got some pretty good Hall of Fame defensive badges. He's got really good offensive stats, 98 3 ball, 97 mid range. He's pretty quick, 90 speed, 90 acceleration, and also does have a great jump shot. So for me personally, I think Marc Gasol got to be a top 3 at least budget small forward, or budget power forward I should say. Number 2 though, I actually got Joakim Noah. I think another very underrated card who's under 5,000 MT. Like, he is pretty much floor price. He's pretty much discard value, but he's 6'11" at small forward, 7'1" wingspan. The defense he brings to the table is elite with a 96 block, 96 steal, 95 perimeter, 96 interior defense. He's almost got every single Hall of Fame defensive badge in the game and a new improved jump shot. He's got the Christian Wood base and the Scottie Pippen upper on very quick timing. I think it's a great release, super easy to time with in the catch and shoot, and just because of his defense, his size, and his rebounding ability, I think he's the second best budget power forward. Number 3 though, I got Thurl Bailey, who I think you could easily consider putting over Joakim Noah. I would say Thurl's more of a small forward, but he can play power forward. I just like Joakim Noah defense and player model a lot more than Thurl Bailey at the power forward position. I think Thurl Bailey is a better card because he can also play small forward at a super high level. But yeah, Thurl Bailey, just a budget Giannis, a really well-rounded small forward. For number 4, I actually do have a playoff card, which is going to be Dark Matter Kevon Looney. Yes, he's undersized, only being 6'9" at small forward, but I do think he makes up for it with his size, his player model, his defensive stats and badges, and also how athletic he is. 96 speed, 96 acceleration, 98 vertical, and a 98 strength. And they also gave him great dribble sigs with the Kyle Lowry size up, the trade escape, Dame behind the back, so he can move really well for a power forward. So I do think Kevon Looney going to be the 4th best budget power forward. And then to round out the top 5 best budget power forwards in the game, at the number 5 spot, I think it could go a couple of different ways. There's so many like, just, I would say, decent power forwards. Maybe, you know what, I'm going to come back to that spot because I think there's so many different cards that I want to talk about for number 5. So I do think I'm going to leave, you know what, I'm just going to go Mo Bamba. I think Mo Bamba is probably the best of the guys that I was considering. I was considering cards like Tyson Chandler, Miles Turner, a bunch of different power forwards, but I'm just going to go Mo Bamba. He's 7 foot at power forward, 7'10" wingspan, gives you great defense. I do think he's got to be a top 5 budget power forward. And then just to kind of fly through the top 5 budget centers, because I feel like a lot of people already know the top 5 budget centers, or already can assume, because Brook Lopez got to be there at number 1, 7'1" at center, a great interior defender, and can knock down threes with a really good jump shot. At number 2, think you got to go Marc Gasol. He can play power forward and center at an extremely high level. Number 3 is going to be another playoff card, Mitchell Robinson, a very good defensive center card. He's super athletic, great defensively, a very similar card to Brook Lopez. I'm just not the biggest fan of his jump shot. At number 4 though is going to be Pink Diamond Peter, 7'2" at center, 7'10" wingspan, plays great defense, has a really good jump shot in the catch and shoot. And then to round out the top 5 is going to be Hero Sabonis. Now I know a lot of people do like Sabonis and would maybe even have him number 1 on the list. I just personally don't like his jump shot, but I know for a lot of people they do like his release. So yeah guys, that's going to be my top 5 best budget cards at each position. These are my top 5 best budget point guards, top 5 best budget shooting guards, small forwards, power forwards, and centers as well. But let me know in the comment section down below what you guys would change about it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.